Peace and love. Flowing and growing with Sister and Zinger here, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? It's a beautiful day, beautiful day. Give thanks to Most High. Well, hope you are well. I'm well. I'm enjoying life, living life to the fullest because, tomorrow's not promised. You know, that people just take that just for granted. But I just had a friend that found out some news. One thing happened to her, then poof. And after going to the hospital, they found out something really terrible happened was going on in her body, and so you don't know, you really don't know, and so we have to treat each day like it's your last day. But anyway, so thank you to those that continue to subscribe, those that continue to give me a thumbs up, especially those that give me the comments. You know, we're flowing and growing. You know what I'm saying? And we're hoping that everybody is flowing and growing and using the information and following through on what they're supposed to be doing, because we are in a situation right now that it's time to think. So I'm gonna stay right there with this thinking ain't illegal yet thing. You know, I'm probably wearing it out, but think this shit's real, because I think the past videos I've been talking about, making a plan, planning your work, making plan, working your plan, and then I said think it ain't illegal yet. Well, things we have to think about when you have to make decisions on things that you have to do in this world that we're living in today. And like I said, I'm going to just stay right there because I want you to think about the reality of what we're living in. We're living in a world whereas, as they tell the story that, we were brought over here as slaves and something. But if you do some research, you can find out that we were not all brought over there as slaves. We are some indigenous people that were here. So this is a big lie. And that's what I want to talk about, the lies. I want you to think about the lies that we have been told all the while that we've been here. And now all these things are starting to loosen up, and the truth is coming out. And it's amazing how, just another little saying that they say, truth crushed to the earth shall rise again. Well, I'm telling you, that shit is rising and it's overflowing. So I know, I'm assuming that you're on social media and all these different types of platforms that they have. But you see us, you see the things that we're doing, and you see the information that's coming out. Even white people's getting sick of white people. You know what I'm saying? And this is nothing about calling out, any particular race of people, but we do know that the majority of the system that's in place right now is majority white people, and it's been oppressing us, and it's depressing us, and suppressing us, and just everything. So these truths are coming out, and I want you to think about the lies. Back to what I was saying, like, we were brought over here on ships, and we were enslaved, and then we was doing this, doing that. But they said, well, why come we can't prosper? Or they say we lazy. But we have started our own towns. But what did they do? They burnt them down, or they flooded them, or something like that. Even the what's that place? The big park, Central Park, that's in New York. That was a well functioning black community. Look that up. Look what they did. How Central Park came to be. So I want you to think about some of the things that's being done. How they tell us that, first of all, how they call us minorities. There are more people of color in the world than it is minorities, but they told us that, and then now we even call ourselves minorities without thinking. That's what I'm saying, we have to think. It ain't illegal yet. We have to think about the things that they've told us that, for the whole slavery thing. Some of that is a lie. And look at how they just said Christopher Columbus discovered America. That's a lie. So we have to understand that this, okay, in a real world that would be great and full and equality was there and something like that. Okay, yeah, it will be okay to just believe everything that the government told you. But don't you see how these systems are put in place to continue to keep us down? How they tell us, things, and then now they tell you it's a lie. And really check out, there's so much stuff, when they tell you that we went to the moon, they went to no damn moon. Y'all really check it out. It's a lie. And then the little dumb man who's y'all's president, the president of America, he got on the what's the name? He says that America, what did he say? The America was built. America was creative, and okay, I don't know exactly what it said, but he was saying that all the things that's functioning in America, and he talked about like the dishwasher, the traffic light, all these kind of things that he started naming, and he was saying American people did it. He's lying, because specifically these are things that he named is things that black people created. Though you know that we are the ones who are or have suffered and have gone through shit. And the reason why we make it through shit sometimes is because we just find a way to function through the bullshit. So we have to think. So you have to think to stop and to know that who your real enemy is. You know, if you go to the doctor tell you, okay, well, you know, you got to do this, you got to do that, you know, da da da. And then if you think about, okay, where is this information coming from? And I know he's your doctor. You may have been a doctor for a long time. He could have been good. You know, he could have been, because I know all of everything is not bad. So I ain't saying that. So there's some decent people out here in the world. But we live in a society where they have continually lied to us to bring us down. You know, they lie to us. They lied to us about our hair, that our hair is not nice, our hair is kinky or whatever. Like it's a bad thing about our hair. No, it's not. They all jealous because they don't have this kind of hair. Our hair is so functional, we can do it in so many different ways, but no other nationality can do the things that we do with our hair. You know, we can curl it, we can straighten it, we can knot it up, we can all these different things. But yeah, so you know, we are so we're some special people, and but we just don't know because we've been lied to for so long. So I just want you to continue to think about the things that they have been telling us, and you have to consider the source of where this information is coming from, even now today. You know, like they like we have police who lie on what happened in a situation because they might have roughed up somebody or they unalived somebody, and they will lie to protect themselves. You know, they lie and tell you about certain products is not good for you. You know, or they lie and tell you that, you know, like, you know, the first man who stopped, who reached the North Pole, it was a black man, but they lied and said it was a white man. You know, they lied and talk about how some of these wars were won, and it was because of our people, our brothers and sisters who was on the front line. I don't know if sisters on the line, then I don't know if they was letting women in the army, you know, back in the day. But they lied. You know, the first cowboys, we were the first cowboys. Way back in Africa, before we even, you know, before we were brought here, we are the original cowboys. You know, there's so many things. You really have to consider the source. And so when I'm asking you to, you know, we're talking about this thing, emancipating yourself from mental slavery. It's a process, the things you have to go through, and you have to start really thinking about, you know, the world is not just as simple as we think it is. So you have to think about things when you do it. And think about things when you listen to things that's being taught to you or things that you're being told, and consider the source, and to know and to be able to make decisions based on information that you're getting. Okay, I need to check this out for myself. You got to think, because it ain't illegal yet. Because you do know that the system was not made for us to be creative and innovators and things like that. It was made for us to be followers. It was made for us to have to be workers. You know, they no longer took the skills out of those high schools. Like they used to have the shop, sewing for ladies, the wood shop for the guys, auto mechanics, you know, hairdressing and all that kind of stuff. I know they do still have some schools right now, and they call it the co-ed. No, what did they call it? There's a name for the schools where they do have shops and that kind of thing. But it used to be there just as part of the curriculum. But it's not there anymore because they don't want us to exceed. They don't want us to be having our own business. But you know, can't you really see now how on the social medias, all these different things that where people are coming forth and they're starting their own business. I mean, they even lied about even how to just do something simple as making out a will for yourself. You know, there's a good way to make out a will, which is a trust that allows you to be able to have more control of your money and not allow them to have the damn money. You know, that you, if you followed a certain way, because, you know, if you don't have no will, sometimes, you know, the government will step in and make decisions for your family about what to do with your estate, because they lied. So I want you to just think, y'all. Think it ain't illegal yet. They've lied to us about so many things. So when you're working on this thing with emancipate yourself from mental slavery, you have to don't consider like, you know, this is what everybody does, this is what everybody says. No. You have to think for yourself. You know, you have to understand. I mean, they lie and say, you know, act like we so poor, we lazy, and we all on welfare. But you know, welfare was not even really created for us. It was created for the poor whites, and those women who didn't have no children, who didn't have baby daddies, and was poor or for whatever reasons. You know, and then when we start using it, then they start making all these different things. The man can't be in the house, you know, da 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 da. You know, so we have to really, really deal with what's real and what's the truth. So y'all, this shit ain't gonna be easy. You gotta do some homework. You gotta do some research. And you have to study to find out the fucking truth. Because it's not just coming. It's not coming. You'll continue to be lied to this day, and they know it. They show us shit, and then they go and create something, and then okay, go wait a minute, forget that idea. But this is something that they're good at. They'll take a create an issue, and make act like this is really bad for you, and something. But then they're gonna come back like they offering some services and they're rescuing them. But then you have to think for yourself, wait a minute, but ain't they the ones that created this damn problem? It is their fault that this problem exists. And now they're gonna come and act like they Johnny come lately and be like Johnny come lately and come like to rescue you and offer you some services that's gonna help you. So I don't want to harp on this for too long because I don't want to be redundant. Because my daughter tell me, Mom, Mom, you already said that once. And I know it's true. But sometimes you gotta repeat shit more than once because sometimes people ain't listening or they just ain't hearing, and they ain't thinking when they listening. It go one ear and come out the other. So I'm just saying, think y'all, it ain't illegal yet. When you're maneuvering through this world, you cannot maneuver in this world in a normal way, because most time, what you call common sense. Common sense is not so common anymore. Common sense is not so common anymore. And so you have to think about what it is that you're doing. What are you eating? I mean, they're doing stuff that's just crazy nowadays, but the stuff that they're putting in foods, and you're assuming that, that it's really, what it is supposed to be. But it really is not. You have to really, really think about every little thing, because you can't put nothing past these folks who's trying to bring shit to you, trying to kill you with stuff, trying to do something to make you sick. I mean, because all these years, they've been telling us that, that you really need to get married. I mean, and I'm for, okay, it's good to be together, to spend time together, but if you really think and look at the process of getting married, it's to spend money, and spend money on things that they know that you're going to need for this wedding. And then you're going to have to use some of their services to get it. First of all, you got to pay for the marriage license. Why you got to pay for a marriage license? What? Two people decide to come together, and then you got to pay for this. And then when the income taxes come, then you got to file this way, file that way. You have to really, really think, and it's okay. It's okay. Just let me tell you this: it's okay for you to be the eyeball out. Have enough confidence in yourself, and have enough knowledge and wisdom, have enough wisdom to be able to say, I know all y'all doing this, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And you can make that decision to do that and be okay with the decision that you're making for yourself, because ultimately, whatever decision you make, you're the one that the consequences is going to fall on, whether the consequences are good or consequences are bad. So, we have to think it ain't illegal yet. Take hold of and implement new knowledge. That's what it's here for. All these people that are sacrificing their jobs, their lives, the different stuff to bring truths on. Use the truth. It ain't there just for us to be saying, really? Oh, really? Hell, no, use the truth. It's wisdom. It's knowledge. And knowledge is power. Okay, knowledge is power. So use your knowledge to create your own ideas. Your own dreams. Set your dreams. Even if, some people think a boy can't be a dancer. Hell yeah, he can. That don't mean he's going to be gay or he's going to be a faggot or anything. And if he chooses to be gay, be a faggot, that's his choice too. But I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be what other people say. Don't let other people be the ones that's going to really make the decision for you about whether something that you decide for yourself to do is okay or not. So for my last time, think, y'all, it ain't illegal yet. Take hold of and implement new knowledge. And some action has to come through it. You have to put some action for it. You have to get your hands dirty, like on my last video, talk about how, I just picked up this wood off the what's the name, but you know what I'm saying? I went to the farm yesterday. I used some of that wood, and I'm making me a door. I mean, so don't be okay with yourself. Love yourself first, okay? And those who like it. Those who don't, lump them. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, God loves you, so do I. Peace and love. Signing out.